Alright, welcome back to the new edition of this particular YouTube channel, Analyze with Adeayo. Alright, so we are going to look into the new edition of this particular YouTube channel, which is based on 83 odds long bet. In the previous video, we dropped 900 odds long bet for the last weekend, and it was a nearly hit game, and we actually lost the game as a result of just two games that ended up as both team to score, which is no. Alright, so regarding to this particular strategy of both team to score, we use the model of BTTS, that is both team to score. Alright, so now without wasting much of our time, we are going to look into most of the games that we have today, and the first game that I have on my list happens to be the match between Inter Miami and Nashville. So this particular game is under the USA MLS League, and we have the both team to score odd at 1.44 odds. And I'm very sure if you have been following us on this particular channel, you will be aware of this particular of the accuracy of this particular model. So if you are just joining us for the first time, you can actually engage with these particular predictions with care and bet responsibly. Alright, so the next game that we have is still under the Netherlands League, and we have this particular game, Sparta Rotterdam. The odd that the bookies are allocating for the both team to score is actually 1.35 odd. Alright, now so moving on to the next league, which happens to be the Iceland League. I like this particular league because they do play over 1.5 goals and both team to score very well. So based on the model, the BTTS model, this particular game that you guys are seeing is actually expected to end up as both team to score at out of 1.41 odds. And we also have these two games under the same league that are also expected to end up as both team to score. You can see that the both team to score odd for the games under this particular league is kind of a little bit small. Yes, it's because of the high probabilities of the games ending up as both team to score. On the norms, we always expect the odd for both teams to score to be around maybe 1.7, 1.8, and sometimes 1.6. But if you look into most of these particular games very well, you'll be seeing that most of the games are the bookies are allocating maybe odd of 1.4 to them. Alright, so the next game is under the Hungary League, and the game that we are predicting there, the bookies are allocating 1.42 odd to hit, as you guys can see it. So it is because of the high probability of possible outcome of those games ending up as both teams to score. That's why. And another game that we have is under the Netherlands Major League, and I think in one of our previous edition we predicted the game that involved this particular teams, one of these particular teams as both teams to score, and in this particular game too we are expecting them to play both teams to score. So for Saturday games alone, we are able to accumulate 12 odds with just 7 games. 7 games, both teams to score, 12 odds. So don't forget, this particular tips happens to be a very long bet. So we are only going to combine Saturday games and Sunday games, that is weekend games, together, and let's see what we have for Sunday. So 7 games, both teams to score, 12 odd for Saturday alone. Now moving on to Sunday, and the first game that I have on my list is under the Spain League, and that is the match between Real Madrid and Barcelona. And as you guys can see, the odd that the bookies are allocating is 1.33 odd. If you notice very well, these two teams, when they are playing against each other, they do score goals very well. Alright, so the next game is under the China League, that is a major league, and I have this particular game there. The odd that the bookies are allocating is 1.30 odd, which shows how high the probabilities of outcome of these particular games ending up as both teams to score, how high it is. Alright, so moving on to the next game, which is under the Sweden League. Alright, so we have a particular game here expected to end up as both teams to score, and the odd that the bookies are allocating is 1.51 odd. So for Sunday, we may have more than enough games compared to Saturday, but let's proceed. So under the Iceland League for Sunday, we have just a game, and this particular game is expected to end up as both teams to score 1.31 odd. So we have 11 games so far, and we still have up to like 4 games on the list to be predicted as both teams to score. So under the Finland League, we have 2 fixtures, but we are going for just 1 game there, and the game is the match between HJK against Intertoku. So this particular game, the bookies are allocating 1.46 odd for both teams to score. But in case we are not using this particular bet platform, there is probability that the odd may varies. Alright, so we have another game under the Qatar Star League. So this particular game, Qatar SC, we have 1.37 odd. Alright, so with this particular 13 games, I think I would like to stop here. So for our long bets for this particular edition, we have just 13 games accumulating to 83 odds for just Saturday and Sunday. We still have more games to be predicted as both teams to score, but this happens to be the most accurate games that we are expecting them to end up as both teams to score. Alright, so in case if you have any question regarding to this particular strategy, actually I'm going to add the both teams to score model, the betting strategy, the step-by-step guide. I'm going to drop it in the comment section and in the video description. So in case if you have any other question regarding to this, please kindly drop it in the comment section. This happens to be the 900 odds that we dropped in the previous edition. It was so annoying because towards the end of this particular slips, just 2 games actually messed up our games. If you look at most of these particular games very well, even the odd that the bookies are allocating to them, they are not that very big compared to some of the both teams to score odds that we are always familiar with. You can see that most of the odd the bookies are allocating 1.5, 1.4 and 1.3 odd. 1.50 happens to be the most highest odd in this particular slip. It's because most of these particular games are they are expected to end up as both teams to score with 100% probabilities of outcome. But unfortunately, this is sport for you. There are some teams that we just messed up your slips, and which shows that no strategy is always 100%, but to some extent we are giving our best. And for the both team to score model, the step-by-step guide, I will drop the video link in the comment section. If you want to watch it, if you have interest in watching it, you can actually access it. And please, if you are engaging with these particular slips, make sure that you engage it with care. It's not much. We have just total numbers of 13 games for 2 days and 83 odds. So let us just pray for winning. So currently our Telegram platform is not active currently. So in case you want to join any of our group, you can actually access our private circle groups in the comment section. The group link will be there, and all our groups have their own objectives and aim. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video, where I will be dropping another 1200 odds for straight winning. Bye bye.